Yeah, it's like 48 minutes. We'll only get through a
The
little
one thing
bit.
about Fallout's always done is really kind of had fun people acting in it. And with Fallout 3, it really continued. And so we want to make sure we're still doing that. And obviously, you have Ron Perlman coming back.
Ron Perlman has been the voice of Fallout for so long, it was kind of like, well, of course, he's going to be the narrator.
You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express.
It's nice to be.
I mean, Ron Perlman is a legend. Like, dude came back for even like Fallout 4. I think they actually replaced him as the main like narrator in 76 though.
Yeah. But and that's the thing. I think he does really great work in the Fallout series. But as time has gone on, Ron Perlman, separate from his work, is really quite something else entirely. But I appreciate all that he brought to the narration in Fallout 3 and in New Vegas as well.
Something I want to preface, right?
Mhm.
Like all these people aren't they aren't like career voice actors. They're actually
Right.
actors who are turning into voice actors for this game, which I think is what made New Vegas great, because like voice actors have their own set of priorities. Like they don't, like when they embody a character, they're more into, like they aren't as into playing the character as injecting their bullshit into it.
I can see that. Yeah, I suppose if you go with people that this is their stock and trade, they probably are a little bit more
There's
geared for something
a
like this.
bit more formal in actual acting than is in like voice acting. It's like very different. Like even though it's both acting, it's like very different like shit. So
Working on this same character for this many installments over this span of time.
The legate is crowned as the new Caesar.
but let me check my thing real quick.
Took it character.
Because I think it's on. Oh no, it's on auto. I think it's just the video actually.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you're talking about a video sourced from what,
Yeah,
10 years ago. So
2008.
To character and just look for who would really be the best voice for the role.
The man who tried
that,
to
and I
murder
also think
you,
they have some
who's
filters
voiced by Matthew
going,
Perry.
so it looks a little bit, dilapidated.
The man who tried.
Chris Avalone is the base dude. Like you heard what happened to him, right? With the false allegations and bullshit that got dropped from several projects. And
Right.
that's why I will never buy another Dying Light game. Like I would have loved to bought the Beast, but I don't want to support that company anymore after dropping him over bullshit allegations.
Right.
Also, the Vampire the Masquerade too. They dropped him there.
To murder you, who's voiced by Matthew Perry in the game. This guy is the leader of a gang called the Chairmen.
I play Benny, who is a very driven, kind of rat pack type guy.
Baby, you can't just leave me tied up. Those Legion boys will put me on a cross.
I gotta say though, like I love Matthew Perry, but this is like Benny's voice acting was actually kind of bad. Like it's really the only bad voice acting. Besides a 13-year-old girl playing a hooker in one part of New Vegas, that's all types of bad. But this is like bad voice acting. Like Matthew Perry was great in Friends. I'm actually unfamiliar with a lot of his other work, but I loved him in Friends.
Well, I think it goes back to what you were just saying about the differences between a voice actor who's trained for this sort of dedicated task, and
Well, he's really the only one in this cast that is really like not like bad as the character. Like,
Right.
It's the exception, not the rule when it comes to New Vegas.
Right. But also I kind of think, like you got Matthew Perry there doing voice work. Are you really going to be too critical of him? So that's probably what it was. He probably was given a little bit more leeway than other people might have been.
Well, I don't know about that because a lot of these other voice actors are really popular too, like not just Matthew Perry.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, because he's not necessarily a voice actor, him coming in as a
Well,
celebrity.
I'm an actor. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these are celebrities.
Well, sure. But
Danny Trejo.
oh yeah, but the point I'm getting at is,
Yeah.
is that they probably weren't as critical of the people who are coming in as celebrity voices, and if they did a good job, awesome. If they did, something that was serviceable, that's good
Well,
enough,
I'd
I
say
suppose.
Benny is serviceable, but
Yeah,
it's
but
not like Matthew Perry's best work.
well, to be fair, what we've learned in the years since, what was at the time, the fact that he's more or less sober throughout this whole making of documentary.
Well, I'm not
Is
sure if he's actually sober though. I feel
true
like
enough, true
I
enough. But
feel
that's
like
what I was,
he was doing drugs for a long while, but it's
right,
tragic.
right. And so that's the thing is like, maybe his output could have been a little bit better if he weren't you know, uh, dealing with so many personal issues and things like that. But it was still serviceable. It still
Yeah, it
works.
wasn't bad. Like it wasn't like Forspoken bad, but it was.
Few things are.
For the mess you made, if I'm lucky.
He's really, really enthusiastic and a genuine fan, and he was really easy to work with. He seemed to really get the idea behind the character.
Any questions you got, I'll answer.
Fallout is just bigger and smarter than any game I've played before. There's like just amazing amounts of things to do, and I like the idea that you can, sort of pick what you're going to say to somebody and go on all these quests, and it's just this gigantic world that seems sort of endless.
Like I said, baby, all Benny needs is a stealth boy and a bobby pin.
I also, have gone on dates and stuff too. Like I'm not just a moron who just plays video games.
I just gotta say this was a definite product of the time because like it wasn't as okay to be a like guy who plays video games as
Out
like
and out. Yeah.
yeah, like especially someone of his caliber. Like to turn out to be a gamer is a bit more ruination than actual like fucking like nowadays.
I get that in there.
You'd do that for me, baby? Don't tease me if you don't mean it.
The DJ of Radio New Vegas is Mr. New Vegas, and it's voiced by Wayne Newton.
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New
I think
Vegas.
Wayne Newton did a
I have a
heck of a
good
job.
I
his
agree.
part of
I
it.
love Mr. New Vegas.
Yeah.
Do you know a VTuber called It's a Gundam or no?
Yeah.
He's on like Friday Night Tyson stuff, but he's doing a radio mod where he references shit like the people protesting for Deathclaw rights were subsequently eaten by the Deathclaws. And like it's like a parody radio channel for like modern day bullshit.
Right. I might have to look into that. I need to see how well I can get mods to work for Fallout 3 on my Steam Deck. But I'm right now. I'm just playing through it again, vanilla. But
It's the mod's not out yet, but it is in the works. Like it's gonna be released either next month or soon.
Okay, well, I'll have to keep an eye out for that for the possibilities. But like I said, I still need to even sort out how easy it is to get mods working.
I've
for
never
Fallout 3 on Steam Deck specifically.
I only ever mod PC. Like even on console, I never really played with mods on console. Like like Skyrim Special Edition had mods on console and shit.
Yeah,
Well, so did Fallout 4.
A lot of mods are fairly straightforward. It's usually just put this folder here with these files in it, and Linux can do that just easily as Windows can. But if you've got
the keys on a keyboard is many more than that on a controller too, so that's something you have to toy with.
Right. Well, with mods, the difficulty for Linux comes in when you have mod loaders, and I have seen that a lot of the Fallout New Vegas mods specifically seem to be collections of various mods, and you're using a mod loader. So that's where I'm kind of like a little bit hesitant. And I was like, you know what? Rather than go and spend the next 2
Well,
weeks trying to sort all this out. I'm just gonna
one
go ahead and I'm
mod
just
I
gonna start
think
playing the game again.
one mod I think you definitely need is the 4K patcher,
Uh,
because that will prevent a lot of your crashes.
okay, well I might because yeah
Because the game was
that stuff's
never
easy enough to add in.
the game was never meant to be played on like modern hardware, so it's like you need this patcher.
I am playing it at 1280 by 720
Well, I mean,
also,
like
so
the software is really like when it
right.
comes to like playing on the new shit, it's very difficult.
Right. I haven't had any issues with anything like that as of yet. And, could it look better? Sure. I did when I modded my Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2. I've got a higher res model taken from the Twin Snakes, I think. And then it just
I
drops
gotta
it in
be
there.
honest, like
But
uh when it comes to modding, I am a modding hound. Like I play with like my Skyrim right now has 3,500 mods,
right. Well,
and my New Vegas has 1,500.
yeah, I did a lot of mods on my Cyberpunk playthrough, but a lot of that stuff kept getting broken and whatnot. I like to when I've played
Well,
through a
with
game and I want
Bethesda
to go back
games,
through it again and kind of give it a little bit of a new experience. That's generally when I'll do it. But since I haven't played Fallout in like 10 years, uh, I was just like, I'll just
did the
run it.
mods on Cyberpunk break because the game updated, or
That's generally what would happen, and so it just got to the point where I was like, you know what,
yeah?
I'll just play through this again in a couple years time after all the mod kind of stuff is settled, and but every time I go to get ready, it seems like they've got a new update
I don't
happening.
understand. The
So
game's old as fuck now. They get released at the same time as 76.
yeah, but I think we're living in a different time now when it comes to game support and. A lot of games nowadays seem to be getting released before they're actually ready, and so the first
That's
year that
why
something's out,
AI was gonna help. They'll make
right,
games literally like all you gotta do is fix the problems, and AI will do like most of the work. That's actually like busy work.
right, but yeah, I think because of that, a lot of games now, the first year that they're out is just going back and it's almost like early access for the first year that a game comes out, it seems. But you know, with that said, though, Fallout New Vegas, having started it up again this week and just playing it straight as it, is loaded, I haven't had any issues with it so far. And is it the greatest looking game by today's standards? Probably not, but it's still perfectly serviceable for someone like me. I tend to go more for the immersive nature of the experience rather than how much does this replicate realism on a surface level. I don't mind it looking a little bit stylized and kind of whatever, but I am enjoying my current playthrough that I'm just started in. Like I say, I
All
think
right.
I've done about 30 hours so far.
Feeling about all of you listening.
He's always really upbeat. He always is very pro Vegas, and it always has something good to say about what's going on.
Moving on here, this will be line 2.
Well,
Did you hear like the lore is like it's unclear whether he's like an AI or an actual person, Radio New Vegas? Because like it's rumored that he's an AI, like that Mr. House controls.
No, I can't say that I'm too well versed in this.
Well, it's not even clear in the games. Like Mr. New Vegas isn't like ever seen in the games.
Right.
Well, you can literally see Three Dog in Fallout 3. So
Right.
what that means, folks, time for some news. Of all the things that I have done in my career, and I've done one or two, this has been the one thing that I have looked forward to because it was so out of the realm of what I have done in my career This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight. I didn't have anything to do with being called Mr. Las Vegas. It was just the fact that I worked here so much and I wouldn't leave. That somewhere, somehow, one of the writers said, well, this has got to be Mr. Las Vegas. Want it again?
Yeah, that was great, but just one more time for the safety.
Hey, we've got some news for you coming right up.
We were lucky enough to get Felicia Day to be one of our Brotherhood of Steel members.
I see this is the part that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah. This is the part about the modern audience slipping through a bit.
Which is fantastic, and it makes my
And funny
nerve really hard.
enough, I love Veronica as a character. Like she's a good character, but the actress, like in this interview, is a bit influencing shit.
Glow.
Recording Felicia Day has been
Yeah, I would say that she's definitely become more ideological minded as time goes by. In terms of the Game Awards, she was out there for one of the few moments that was actually pretty cringy, and that was that whole thing that they did for what do they call it? The Game Changers for Girls in Games. I believe is the name of the organization that they gave the award to, and she was up there for that. Yeah, Girls Make Games, I guess is specifically what it was called. And that was probably one of the cringiest moments of the Game Awards from 2025 was her being up there and the whole thing. Because, if they made a boys camp for game dev,
It would get
you would
so
never hear the
much
end.
hate.
Right. But you go and you do something where it's specifically for girls and say, oh, well, we need to praise that. And it's like, all right, whatever. A lot of, I constantly say subjectivity is subjectively subjective, but there's a lot of stuff that we put up with as just general white dudes in this world nowadays that nothing is sacred for men, especially white dudes in general, because anything that you do, there has to be a subset and made specifically for other affiliated groups, to say it as nicely as I can. And if you make anything, oh, it's just a big old boys club and that's why we have to do these things, like, well, have you ever considered that maybe the reason why there's right,
in a boys club,
right, because men and young boys gravitate towards this stuff to begin with, and it's just
it's just
the nature
inherently
of these things.
that, like, I'm sorry, the thing that 50% gamers are women, they include mobile games. Those aren't games.
Oh yeah, they fudge the math on that specifically to arrive at that statistic. Yeah, that's the reason why they include the mobile games.
Yeah.
Joy, because she's so enthusiastic and she's so excited.
There's got to be something we can do. Veronica is a scribe for the Brotherhood of Steel, and she's sort of sardonic. She's really bright and also likes to punch things. So she's got everything going on for her, really. They need me, and I'm not going to abandon them. That's what I actually like about the character, is that she's a rabble-rouser, but it's for the good of everyone. She really wants to improve everyone's life, and she's willing to buck the system to get it done. But I read.
See, that's the part I was talking about.
The seed is there. Yes.
I read the copy. I was like, oh, this is great. I just don't even have to be anything but a sassy me. It really sounds like it could be a good fit, doesn't it?
The character that I voice, his name is Arcade. He's a doctor.
By the way, I heard about this guy in Shazam. He got fucked, apparently. Like, he has such love for, like, this nerdy stuff, like games and comics, but, like, they just don't like him. Like, he got, like, dropped for so many roles and stuff because I guess he's isn't he, like, more conservative, I guess? Like, he's, like, he or at least he's conservative in the sense that, oh, I want these to actually be accurate to the comics, accurate to the game, stuff like that.
Right. Well, if that's the case, if he's an advocate for things existing as they are, then yeah, he probably wouldn't be welcome to most modern adaptations of things.
The option.
He actually is he gay in real life? Because he does play a gay character. Because Arcade in the games, like, And he doesn't outright like he's not one of those gay characters. Oh, he's flamboyant. He's all this sort of
Right.
shit. He's just like, oh, he's gay. That's
Well,
whatever.
this came out at a time where if a character was gay, then they just happened to be gay, but they were actually written as a full character.
Well, to be
And
fair,
that was
Arcade is a good character, but
Sure.
he's like the weaker and like Veronica being a lesbian is a better character than Arcade, like just in general. Like Arcade is like on the lower totem pole of New Vegas characters.
right. But what I'm saying is, this was back when storytelling was about actually
Yeah.
telling a story and not, representing ideologies and things like that. So even if it was a point of the character, it's just a supporting detail. It's not.
Well, the meme about New Vegas is that it turns people trans or some shit.
I hadn't heard
Like
that.
it's like a meme because like apparently it like New Vegas is big in the trans community, and like it's actually even like on Xbox shown as a like trans and queer game, even though it has nothing to do with that.
Interesting. I think that they are given a lot of leeway to claim onto things that really don't have much to do anything with any of their bullshit. But
Yeah.
if you prior to the show when we were talking about cults and whatnot, that's kind of the thing that I'm talking about is like that's their mindset, and so the way that they view everything in the world is through this lens that filters it. So because they project that out onto everything they see that in everything, whether it's
Well, I
inherently
think
there or not.
when it comes to the shit we were talking about before with Vault Dwellers, like
Mhm.
their naivety ends rather. What the fuck? Oh, that was through your mic.
Yeah, it's someone on a motorcycle going by.
So when it comes to like the naivety of Vault Dwellers, in every game they eventually overcome it, and well, minus the games you don't start as a Vault Dweller, but like literally they overcome their naivety, but the show is like keeping that chick as like naive and like just peppy go lucky bullshit.
Well, I think we're seeing a shift, because when the character in season 1 with Lucy, they make it a point to go and say that vault was modeled on Nebraska, and being from Nebraska myself, I kind of chuckled at that and laughed a little bit because
Is it like the Canada of America where everyone just is happy?
well, I mean, that's the stereotype, right? And so, and I think that's kind of where they leaned into it, trying to give it a starting point. But you go through that first season, and of course, she's learning the ways of the wasteland, and then she probably gets her harshest lesson right there in the final
But
moments
it
where she
doesn't
actually
pay
deal
off
with her.
at all. Like when they transfer over to season 2, she doesn't keep that character growth. It just resets.
No, I wouldn't say that, because what I'm saying is because her harshest lesson that she even had to deal with happened right in the final episode of season 1, where she actually has to deal with her dad as who he is, not who she envisions him to be, right? And so when we get into the beginning of season 2, it picks up right from that moment. And so
Well, I want to cover this in particular in the like the general like story compared to the show in the animation.
Right. Well, yeah,
we can get to that.
Right. I'm just making a quick point, though. I'm just saying that I think that her character is quite literally in a state of transition. We've only seen 2 episodes so far, so we'll see how it goes from there. But anyway, continue on.
As the main character to befriend Arcade.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about
By the way, just side comment, you can literally sell Arcade into slavery. To the Legion as like a doctor for Caesar.
Right.
And the others, you seem to put a lot of value and loyalty to the past.
I've made it very clear to the powers that be, I'm a gamer. I'd like to do voices for your games. I'll have friends who aren't gamers and they do voices. I'm like, that's so unfair. Like, I actually care about this, and you're the one who got to do the job? Bubkiss.
I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while.
By the way, isn't that like a Hebrew word, bupkis, or is that like
Possibly. I couldn't say specifically, but it seems fair enough.
Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Cool. Yeah, great. Hey, great, man.
Marcus is a mutant, first of all. He's been around for a lot of years, and he's aged over the years.
You know this guy?
Yeah, it was Worf on Star Trek.
I'm pretty sure
Next
he was
Generation.
also in the Blade, or no, someone in this, these actors was in the Blade movies too. I think it was him, but I'm not sure.
But he's still mutant-like. And he is sort of like the sheriff of Jacobstown, which is near New Vegas.
If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack
Yeah, he's coming back as a voice actor for Marcus, who appears in Fallout 2.
Right.
Jacobstown, they're not going to get it from us.
With Rene Aubergenois, from his very first line, he got the character, he got the tone, he got the delivery.
Mr. House, he's a very strange
You know this guy?
and enigmatic.
Like, share your thoughts on the actors, because I'm sure you know these actors more than I do.
I'm not immediately familiar with what he's been in, but his voice does sound fairly familiar.
Character.
Give me 20 years, and I'll reignite the high technology development
Also,
sector.
just like the change from his natural voice to Mr. House, like not even like voice actors in anime can't properly do that differentiating, but this guy, who probably is more of an actor than a voice actor, can do it like perfectly.
50 years, and I'll have people in orbit.
His hope is to reignite and reinvigorate this world.
By the way, the fucking uncanny valley, Mr. House. Like this was beta, Mr. House.
Right.
Like he looks much better now, though.
In awe of his talent, because he's such a voiceover pro.
Now that you've arrived at your destination, what do you make of what you see?
Some say he's a man, others a machine. I don't care. He's in the way.
My word is law. I'm an extremely powerful character. Violence is how I rule.
Walk away if you want, but if you do, he's going up on a cross.
Is there anything old Vic can do you for?
If I find my way into a voice, a sort of a person will appear that doesn't sound like me and it doesn't think like me. That's always
Victor, like I'm gonna be honest, Victor is reason enough to side with House. Like House didn't have to save you. Like he could have gotten any of his employees to be his protege, but he chose a guy who was literally on death's door.
Well, I'm still fairly, because like I said, it's been like 10 years since I last played through New Vegas, and I don't even know if I actually even got all the way
you're
through.
30 hours in and you're only in like Nipton. You're really exploring everything, huh?
I generally tend to go and search out the wasteland. I do a lot of tedious side quest stuff before I ever
Well, no,
get into
I
any
understand, but like when it comes to the side quests, from like before Novak, there's not that many. Like it's simple work to do.
Sure, but you know when I'm amassing tons of caps, and I play in a very methodic kind of way.
I do too.
There's a lot of you know, like this is all pre-work, you know, and I'm going in and I'm just kind of getting the lay of the land, and doing a lot of pilfering and selling shit off, and just exploiting the various places that I can sell goods. So I'm constantly going back to Good Springs.
I do that a lot too.
You know, so yeah. But I'm getting to the point though to where it's it's I've done the majority of the stuff that I need to do as my initial kind of setup, and the next place I'm scheduled to go is Novak, unless I decide to just put Eddie in the house and then just go into the
What
divide.
house?
And, the Good Springs home, and just tell them just to wait there, and then I'll go
Good
and
Springs
I'll
doesn't
do
have a
the.
house.
There's a home location in Good Springs. It's a place where
Is it Victor's shack?
no. It's a place where the old man is asleep because
Oh, you mean Mitchell? Doc Mitchell?
no the guy with the dynamite.
Oh, fucking Easy Pete.
Yeah, Easy Pete. So Easy Pete lives there, but there's like 2 rooms, and so one of them has a foot locker and a dresser and a desk.
I'd
And
be careful because those can. I'm not sure if they can reset or not.
no,
But
that one is literally called Good Springs Home. It is the home location.
Well, when it's called Good Springs Home, I'm pretty sure that's what all the buildings are called.
Sure, but I haven't had any issues with it.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, you can use pretty much like few locations as player homes, even though they aren't actually.
Right. It's all a matter of whether their stuff gets reset, but there's nothing in there to reset. So I'm using it because it's like.
Oh yeah. Like your first player home is given to you in Novak because
Right.
It's like the hotel motel room.
Right.
And then obviously you upgrade to the Lucky 38 suite.
Right, but for where I'm at currently, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
this is my home base because it's right next to the saloon and the general store.
Did you do Prim's Quest yet?
With
the sheriff.
Oh yeah.
Which choice did you go with?
It's the robot. Robot's the sheriff.
I always go with Myers, honestly.
So,
do you know who Myers is, or did you not like? He's the guy incarcerated at NCRCF.
Yeah.
The 3 choices are the NCR, but they get taxed, meaning that it increases your trade cost, meaning you sell for less and you get like a debuff to your trading, but the NCR take over. And then there's Myers, who decreases the prices of goods, but they get but they like with the NCR route, they get more ammo at the general store they have.
I don't know. It was one of the fairly early things I did, so I don't even know if I really had any exposure to the other groups and whatnot. So it just kind of
the NCR stop you and like talk to you about talking to Hayes early when you get near Prim the first time.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, no, I just went with a fairly straightforward playthrough. It was just the robot. It's easy enough.
Well, the robot's like I'd never have enough science to do the robot because it's like 50 science to hack him to be the sheriff.
Well, I invest heavily into science and lock picking whenever I start the game because I know that I'm always going to be using computers and.
Yeah, I always do like health or not health. What's it called? Speech, barter, and like a few other skill check like early skill check ones.
Yes, because it surprises me. It surprises them.
Well, butter my button, call me a biscuit if it ain't my old friend from Good Springs.
I can throw the gun at him if you want, boss.
Raul is like a very smart old ghoul. He's got a lot of wisdom and a lot of experience, so he uses.
This dude's a fucking legend, though. I like he appeared in fucking what's it called? George Lopez for like an episode as like some shitty, like a stereotypical shitty like undercode like what is it called? Wire guy, like electrician. And like because it's like he plays a lot of stereotypical Mexican characters, So like literally he is the stereotypical under the radar like fucking electrician in that show.
Right. Yeah, Danny Trejo was
Very
great
lame.
and everything.
Yeah.
But he's pretty sharp. It was early on. We didn't know just how serious it was out there.
Not too long ago, they took Nelson and Searchlight. They got some camps on the eastern shore of the Colorado, and the monstrosity on the hill across the lake. That's for Caesar.
Chris Christopherson, who's got an amazing voice, very thick and gravelly and really fun to work with.
Just keeping that dam secure and
Hey, he
operational.
kind of looks like you.
A little bit, I mean, I've been compared to worse. Chris Christopherson's, he's pretty great. He's in Blade.
Oh, this is the guy in Blade. Okay, I thought. Yeah, all right.
Day to day is enough work for one person. Every officer I ever talked to, Ernie, every soldier, it probably influenced some of my delivery on this.
So this will be lines 1 through 7, and it'll be take 1 whenever you're ready.
Rangers, this is the chief. I know I can ramble on sometimes, but I need you to listen close for the next minute or so.
Really, I didn't watch.
I think he might have been. I think he might have been a vampire in one of them.
I was like they came out in what, the 90s?
2000s. The first one came out in 99, 98, 99.
Yeah, see, I was way too I was born 1999, so like I was way too young to watch those, but I should probably watch them.
I hope players play this game, and I want them to be fully immersed in the world, and I want them to really feel each character when they're speaking to them as a totally different individual.
Yeehaw! Ain't that party?
We're gonna put the
Alright, I'd rather stop here because we only got like 30 minutes before the end of the stream.
That's fine.
So.
Yeah. Well, I think that, as Fallout Season 2 is going on, we can always revisit other aspects of the making of the game for when we actually get to a further comparison. But yeah, no, it's I think this gives a good little bit of the characterization and everything like that went into it. And let me.
Well,
bring
you
up the
even
next thing.
compared this to like the voice acting and stuff like Fallout 4, like literally the voice acting in Starfield. It's all like so much of it is so atrocious. Like you have so many memorable characters in this game. And even the older games, like the older games had a lot of good. Well, there's only a few characters with actual voice acting.
Right.
But when you play those games, the few characters who have like the claymation heads that are talking, they are very good characters. Like they're not New Vegas Fallout 4, 76, stuff like that with such shitty characters and voice acting.